welcome back. We're back to work on the truck. Got our new door. It's all cleaned up. We'll need to swap the panel and the glass and maybe some of the wiring. After we swap the door, we're gonna go ahead and start working on our bed and the over fender on the bed. Let's get into it. All right, first look with the door off. So you can see there's a bit of a pinch there. And then coming down, just got it. I don't think any of this is actually going to affect the new door going on. Just need to bash that out a little bit so we don't catch our new one. Okay, the other day, Mike and I were able to get this door on, and it looks pretty well lined up and everything. Both doors closed now. So I hammered this back a bit right here. So that was good for clearance. And then you can see it kind of diverts a little more and gets a little off. Of course, we have our big dent, which I decided I'm gonna buy a stud welder and I'm gonna try pulling this out. And same with the bed, I'll be bashing that out and using a stud welder if I need to get certain corners I was gonna not be able to reach otherwise. So while this door does look pretty well lined up and everything latches and closes, when we pop it open, it's actually going to fall. That's because it's not bolted in all the way. To get it aligned right, we were having a really tough time. So right now the bolts are just thrown in there. They're not actually secured in. I was also having trouble with these locating dowels because now they're both loose. So I need to take the door off to be able to tighten those up. One thing I found, this was knocked. At first, it was pretty much perpendicular to the truck. So I thought that, oh, there's nothing wrong with it. Well, then I looked and saw some dust marks and stuff and realized from the other side that it actually needs to be angled instead of perpendicular to the truck, so that it fits in this slot. You can see we kind of messed up the door a little bit, just trying to get it in when it was like that. So that's fixed now. Another thing you probably noticed is this door didn't have a speaker. We have the wiring from the other one, since the wiring from this door was cut, ready in here. And so I can put that speaker in. I can put our tan trim panels in so that it matches the rest of the truck. And then the only thing we'll be missing is our little rain guard so that we can match the rest of the doors. Alright, it's hot out, so I can't film all the time, but I've got this area prepped and that one down there looking pretty good too. Obviously, I'm gonna need to probably take the door off and get further into there. I think I'm gonna start with stud welding on this and see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and clean the whole thing inside and out, and then scuff the inside and begin laying fiberglass in there to hold everything together. And then we'll work on the outside after the structure is back in it. Alright, I've got everything sanded to 40 grit so that it's very coarse and things can adhere to it well. So right now, I'm gonna go spot by spot to where there's less moving parts as I do it. It's been about a month or more since I put this last layer on. It got really dirty, so I've wiped it down. Now I'm gonna go ahead and sand it and keep working at it. It's pretty much a mess, and if I have to, I will just buy a brand new one. But I wanna see if I can save this one still. So this isn't going well. It instantly gummed out the outside ring, and so it's not doing anything. And then just a few seconds of hand sanding with it, same exact issue. And it just looks dirtier now than it was. Really what I need is a rough surface to make sure that the next layer adheres, but this is looking like a whole lot of mess, and I think I want to be done with it. I wanted to just buy a new one, but they're proving kind of impossible to find without pretty much the same damage. There's other ones that have cracks in them, and they're going for about 600, so we're gonna go back to repairing this. Got some rougher sandpaper that actually is hook and loop instead of sticky pads. It'll work on my orbital, and I can take this down some, add more layers. Got some clamps so we can hold things together better and see what we can do. This is still currently drying, but I'm pretty happy with how flat I got both these pieces to lay down. I do have some extra strings, but it doesn't cut out. Overall, the resin is in there. Got a little bit of shininess, but I think the only gaps are gonna be where there's a piece missing there, and then on the other side of the crack, it's just not quite lined up, so it's lifting right there. Pretty much towards the middle is where it's gapped. But when we reclamp and put the second piece in there and get the rest of that in, should be able to rectify it. Contraption laid out to where I can actually stand it up, and this will be much easier to work on at this angle rather than vertical. Also, you get that surface nice and flat, get our last piece in there. It's all lining up pretty well. This time around, things went my way. I was able to get multiple layers spanning this whole area. Only missed this crack right here, and then obviously under the clamp. But we can take care of that at the same time we do this and this to do the whole area. And then the only concern I have is I didn't put anything under, so hopefully too much didn't leak through, because it will burn through this table. All right, that's all I got for part two. Unfortunately, just kind of got some things half done. I'm gonna go ahead and probably finish the fiberglass off screen, and then work on the other side of the bumper at the start of the next episode, as well as I finally got the stud welder to work, so I'll be pulling dents out with that, getting the door set up all 100%. So thanks for watching. I just wanted to get this out, get back in the swing of things, and see you again soon. Bye.